Hello once again, it's your boy That's No Moon. We are back with round 7. First and foremost, apologies for the delay with the videos. There has been obviously a little bit of a delay. Had before this first round, or round 7 rather, I was at a funeral the next day, so I just used this as an opportunity to sort of go in, test out a few teams. Didn't feel like there was a huge amount of threat with this one based on like his lifetime banners, mods, etc., and had a huge advantage on speed mods. So I kept pretty much everything the same and used it as a, again, I kind of wasn't really too bothered about this one in all honesty. So again, it was more a chance of having a look at having a decent round whilst not really thinking about it as well. So this guy's pretty much got like all the light side tunes, which in terms of my roster tend to be a little bit weaker than the dark side GLs, but again, each to his own. And yeah, so he has placed both GLs. So true to form, he's placed both GLs on defense. Doesn't clear a huge amount of rounds and doesn't win a huge amount of rounds as well, which is fine. There's there's people out there who don't really enjoy the PvP aspect as well and just collect up the rewards and things like that. So yeah, it's got a speed set on Ray 540, so but the tenacity isn't there, so it's going to be a good chance to test out Vader with the new Shore Trooper. If you have seen the Shore Trooper to Gear 13 video, this is the fight that was like used from it basically. So just checking mods. I think, as long as I take down these GLs, all I'm looking at basically is a full clear, and I'm not really going to worry about the score from my perspective anyway. So a nice chance to try this new team out and see how it goes, see how it performs. And just before we get into it, as always, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you do want to see more Star Wars Galaxy Heroes videos. We are deep into the faction of Imperial Troopers at the moment, so at the time of recording, we are gearing up all those guys, which is a lot of fun as well. So yeah, let's get into it. So with this Thrawn lead, as I was saying in that other Shore Trooper video, I've always lost a Thrawn lead just because I haven't quite managed to make it work for one reason or another. And there was no Holdo in here, which kind of made it a little bit easier. But with Barriss in there, I've never faced one of these either. So it kind of makes it a little bit more interesting anyway. And as I said, this round is essentially going to be about testing and testing out new things. And not really sure on, how to play this. I think like getting rid of Barriss early would be nice and easy. I think I strip that that crit immunity first and foremost though, get that over, and then head on in. And that's the nice thing. I've got IPD like pretty quick as well, so he's going to be like just on Thrawn's tail basically. So there's a really nice crossover there. Maybe get one here, maybe not. There's quite a lot of bonus protection there. I think I'd just go ability block here just in case, although essentially she really isn't going to get a turn. Let's put that over on Thrawn, and you can see here that Shore Trooper is working absolutely fantastically at the moment. It isn't even making a dent. We're going to go into Merciless, probably take out Finn here. I have to apologise because it's been a couple of days. Whoa, okay. It has been a couple of days since I have actually come back to this, and I played this like very, very quickly as well. So it's only now I'm kind of having a look back at the battles, etc. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have a look. I'm not really too worried to get wow, okay. And probably take out Poe here as well. Nice. There's an ability block on there anyway. Let's just go for that one. And there was the cleanse. Now I completely forgot about in Barriss's kit that she cleanses the weakest other ally on her turn, so that was a huge oversight on my part. So now it's a case of rushing basically to get a load more like dots on Rey before she goes into damage immunity. Again, very, very little threat of actually like Rey actually taking a turn in honesty, but I want a few more debuffs on there first and foremost. I think I just add a few more debuffs. There's a heal. Okay. Go for an ability block there. She's like pretty tanky actually, you know. Weirdly. And yeah, it's more to do with that heal basically. And I assume probably runs fairly high tenacity as well, quite naturally. There we go. So she's dealt with. Let's see if we can pick everyone up in terms of banner wise. And I tell you what, let's. I did actually get carried out again going for merciless. I should have just thrown the saber toss there. In all honesty, but I tell you what, in territory wars that we've just had, I actually got caught out by that, and basically I got timed out with this squad for not for like getting her into damage immunity, and again it's like because of that Thrawn lead and how hard it is, like how much he's locked down in that fight. She went into damage immunity and basically it like completely screwed me over. I timed out with it. I left, I think it was JTR and Rey on like a tiny little bit of health. So something to look out for in the future, certainly. So yeah, we definitely will be having a look out for that as well. And again, it's just a learning curve for myself as well with these newer teams that I'm sort of getting, these newer characters. And you know, now my testing ground certainly is Grand Arena basically. So yeah, it's all good fun really at the end of the day, isn't it? Well, for some anyway. Right, so this one I pretty much felt invincible here. I thought, right, I'm going to take out what, and I'm going to take out the armorer pretty quickly anyway as well. And then I'm just going to walk down, I think, Jolie. So I think I get rid of the armorer here, or I try and take out Jolie like nice and early. Okay, they're both hitting quite hard actually, and they've got 2 stacks of that Jedi buff as well. So that's pretty ropey. Kind of stuck behind that taunt while he's got protection. And CLS is guarded, so he can't be crit hit, but my god, he goes down pretty easy. So I may actually have to have a look at like bulking him up as well. So this was more like along the lines of testing. As I said, he'd placed both GLs, couldn't see a counter that he had for Supreme Leader Kylo. So this was certainly a case of like, just go and have some fun with it. And yeah, I think I then go for Grandmaster Yoda. He's pretty much wrecking me, and I didn't account for the ultimate either. So I actually completely forgot about the ultimate. So I think, again, who do you go for? Do you go for Skywalker, or do you go for Yoda here? Not even really touching base here. Eee, that hurts. So, God, that's a lot of damage. So I think at this point, I just try and take out Grandmaster Yoda. Probably should have done that a whole lot sooner. And here, just try and get him down as much as possible. I have seen it is possible to get Luke Skywalker down with Rebels, but again, CLS went down super quickly, so wasn't particularly happy with that. But I think there's certainly potential there anyway. But sort of just had to try it out to see how it went, basically. Because it's all very well watching a video, but essentially a lot of the time it isn't like in real life. A lot of those videos can be like glorified or take specific counters or mods or the other team to have certain things, or non-ultimate or whatever it is. So here I don't feel like I'm gonna risk it. I think I just take in 5-0 first, get the job done, and not really worry too much about what's in the back. As I say, I don't think he's going to clear my first zone, in all honesty. Okay, so chopping away, we're just basically waiting for General Skywalker to come and do his good stuff. And yeah, like pretty thick, you know. Pretty thick old Jedi Master Luke. Let's go. Nice, okay. There we go. So he goes down, 35 banners, and as I say, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried too much about the banners in this fight. So I think with this one, probably go for 3, just because I don't feel like I need to risk it. I don't feel like this is going to go, and very rarely do I like attack or full clear first, so we'll see what he's got afterwards. Okay, so nothing special here on this fight. Don't think I go for that big AoE yet. They're nowhere near. Again, they do have like offense up, but I don't feel like the spy has enough damage to really sort of weaken this team. Yeah, Nihilus needs a bit of a remod, I'll be honest. He's probably like way too squishy. That's odd. I don't know why not Soldier, some Vax, Spy, Poggle died off there. I really don't know why. I'll have to have a look back, because from my understanding, they can't die off from, like, they can end up on 1 health, but they can't die off from Treya's leadership. But I'll have to have a look at that anyway. Okay, so we've got like pretty much junk in the back. Let's formulate a plan quite quickly. And we've got Grievous there. We've got Bounty Hunters. Okay. Let's have a look at this Bosk. He's running a speed set. 254. A Tenacity 91. So, okay. That's not too bad. And I think here with Embo as well, there's not a huge amount of threat. In all honesty, for resistance, I think these guys get it done all day long. Raised turn meter pullback is irresistible. It's only the debuffs like Daze and Ability Block that can be resisted. Okay, so here we go. Let's pull back turn meter on Bosky Boy. Let's go on over. These Resistance Heroes brothers are doing absolutely fantastic. They're doing really well at like gear. One's gear 10, one's gear 11, and then Finn is, I think, 6-star at the moment. So they're obviously like a little bit of a grind and a little bit like stun gun heavy, but yeah, otherwise they perform like really well under the resistant faction, even at like lower gear levels. Okay, so this one is more like a test of just seeing, you know, how good this team is versus a Bosk team. Okay, pull back that turn meter again. Head down for Greedo. Don't see any reason why not to. We make the most of those exposes. Finish off Greedo there, nice. Stun primary target. Yeah, let's have a go. Hey, we got it. Let's go into Illuminated and kill off Boba once. Kill him off again. Nice. So we can only really go for Bosk at this point. Yeah, there's thermals going off. Yeah, let's pull that back again. Let's go. Okay, and let's wrap this one up against the Banner Stealer. Yeah, 58, so he stole 2 banners that round. But not particularly worried about it. So we've got... Yeah, we've got now Mon Mothma. Okay, Kylo. I do actually want to try something against Kylo. And I saw talk of this on... I can't remember where it was or who's done it. So I can't credit intellectual property on this. But this guy basically can't be stunned. And again, for a lot of the time I was thinking, you know, oh, wouldn't it be great if, like, you know, because Kylo's stun is irresistible. But against a character that can't be stunned... So you can't take like a Malak in here or anything like this, but you certainly can take in a Jedi Knight Luke. So this was a live test in terms of seeing, you know, can I get this to work? Will this guy solo this team? So put some vulnerable out there, guarantee some crits. I think I get rid of Hux nice and early. I'm going to be putting out some big counter-attack damage here. Well, not if he dodges. But yeah, this is absolutely fine. I think this is probably one of the safest counters. I don't feel like there's much of a way that this guy can lose this. Okay, let's get that retribution or that Jedi will back up. Okay, there we go. And yeah, 63. So a nice little counter that I came across. Yeah, in terms of its practicality, great if you've got him left over, in honesty. So now I've got this Mon Mothma team. Okay, yeah, not particularly worried about this team. As I said, I wasn't particularly worried about this one. I mean, in terms of this, I probably should be with 6-0 at the moment. This is for 7-0. But as I said, I really, really think he's going to struggle against my defense. And if he goes out there and earns it, oh, kudos to this guy. Yeah, why not? You know, let's have a think about it. I mean, these guys I am working on at the moment, so kind of makes sense. Tempted by Gideon there, but no, let's go Pierre. And let's see how this counter is sort of developing against a safer side. Jarut is actually the lowest health pool and protection there, so I want to get off to a good start with a kill. I mean, there's no real good target to put this over on, really, I don't think. There's no bigs in here as well, so I think this is great as well. Yep, nice. I think we go Deathmark here instead. Get another kill. Go a nice big hit here. I forgot I did this counter, actually. This is nice to see. So as this faction develops, this is kind of how I'll be looking at using this counter a little bit more. Some Imperial troopers in against like better Mon Mothma squads. But I mean, there's not a huge amount that they don't take down at high level. Okay, and last one there. Could go in with Jedi Master Luke, but kind of want to try out this Night Sister team once again. Just to see the viability of it. I have lost a couple of times in territory wars with this team for one reason or another. So it's like, even after running this counter quite a lot of times, I'm still learning ins and outs of the counters. And this one, no newt on this one, so feels a little bit safer. Not much more we can do there, just stun out. Let's get some plague out there. Okay, not much more. And apparently you know, I got some feedback because I reported a loss in territory wars. And I was going after, like, I was trying to focus down on B2. Apparently B1 is probably the best one to focus down on with this counter. Which kind of makes sense. There goes Droidica. Okay, perfect. It's fine. Still not lost anyone yet properly, so haven't had a chance to revive anyone with Dakar. I've got Asajj coming up now. So yeah, here is where I really should be taking out. I mean, B1 will be going out next turn anyway, and yeah, either a chance of stunning B2 or stunning Grievous. Double hit did it, and that's just the sole reason that I haven't actually revived anyone with Dakar. With her Zeta, obviously it's gonna like absolutely tank her up. But there, with that example of like basically having 2 turns for 1, it just went through. And that's with a crit avoidance arrow on Dakar as well. So yeah, again, that was like one of the things I learned from this fight as well, is take out B1 first, then obviously like B2. So let's go and clean it up. And weirdly, my recorder, not even my game crashed, my recorder crashed. So, but that was a fairly like standard, pardon me, that was a fairly standard cleanup. Nothing too fancy on that one. Engage APK. And here we go. We've got Malevolence and we've got Finalizer. So don't often see these. So I think for the Malevolence, obviously I'm going to be going for Galactic Republic. And for some reason, I went for 5s as opposed to Ahsoka. I always start with Ahsoka in this lineup in Fleet Arena, so I don't quite know why I decided to change the order. But there we are. Let's see how this one goes. Again, I'd have to do pretty well to actually lose this fight. I think just basic there. Yeah, he's going to put that in. And that's kind of one of the nice things anyway with Ahsoka. She can put the retribution up, and she can also, you also kill off Vulture Droid in that first turn as well. Okay, let's work in on Sun Fac. Can't do anything else here. Right, let's just keep on working. Yeah, let's bring in with Hyena Bomber taking a turn next turn. Let's cleanse off that those Buzz Droids from Annie. Let's spread the damage out a little bit. And Houndstooth doing God's work in there. Was that Spy or was that Soldier it brought in? That's interesting. No, it might be Spy actually. Or it might be Soldier, I don't know. I'll have to have a look. Okay, no, yeah, there we go. Can't really do too much about it. Oh no, yeah, it was Spy because it forced a taunt over on 5. So that's okay. That makes sense. And yeah, probably just take out this guy. Bring in Ahsoka, why not? Let's pull out a big hit. Again, never a big hit with no crit, but why not? We're going to be cleansing off Retribution next turn anyway. And big hit here. Big hit here. And AoE possibly. Nice AoE there. Wow, okay. So those Vulture Droids hit super hard on those high stacks. Like, one's got 5, one's got 4, there's a 3 and a 2 out there. Was not expecting that, I'll be honest. So limped away with 57. That was turning nasty with those stacks as well. So that's where, like, I guess like an Ebon Hawk dispel, or who else dispels as well? BTL, I guess. That's a decent reinforcement. So yeah, you get like the more you go into that fight, basically you want to be managing those stacks, I guess. And Finalizer versus Malevolence. Finalizer's super quick, so I'm going to take a hammering to start off with, but we're going to be able to get through this, I think. Don't feel like there really is any danger. I'm just going to hunt down. Yeah, I could probably stun here. Be stuck behind that taunt, I'm guessing, with Houndstooth. But that's a super expensive fleet to be putting Houndstooth on, I'll be honest. Especially if I can get out some healing immunity here. Nope, just a Buzz Droid. Oh no, there's the healing immunity. We did get it. So we should be able to very quickly deal with Houndstooth. Not with a dodge, though. Come on already. Ah, there it is. So it called in Houndstooth quite cleverly, actually. Who have I got here? I've got Spy, I've got Ebon Hawk, I've got IG. Let's bring in IG. Okay. Oh, nice hit. And, I mean, Kylo should be expiring this turn, but I don't think I'm going to be risking it. Yeah, let's just finish him off just in case those Buzz Droids don't finish him off. I think we then just deal with this guy. Go for a stun here. See if we can avoid any retribution. Let's keep up the pressure there. Nice. And this one is all but over. There it is. So 60 banners off that. I'll take that for Malevolence. And there we hit Erodium. Yeah, Erodium. Okay, so final score ended up being 2074. And it did end up being a win. The final score was 2074 and 916. And I had a hunch. It was right. He took 3 battles to get through Geos, 3 battles without getting through General Grievous. and Padme, I think, was untouched, and then 2 on Supreme Leader. So he had a rough night on the holotables, but as I said, PvP isn't for everyone, and it's not the only thing in this game as well. We're going to come back into round 2. This is the real opponent in the pool. This is much closer to what I've got in terms of roster, double GL as well, so should be a good one. So join me next time, and I will see you soon. Good luck on the holotables yourself, and I'll see you in round 2, or round 8 rather. Cheers, guys.